Good morning, fellow budgeters. My name is Brandy, and you're watching From Debt to Dreams. And in this video, we are doing my version of a cash unstuffing, which is just basically me going through all of the expenses that happen throughout the week. Every weekday, I check my banking account, and then I also write down all of the cash purchases that we make all week long. That way, I try to stay on top of things and try to stay on budget. So if you hear any kids in the background, we have a neighbor kid over at the moment, and everybody is playing with the new video game system that we got for Christmas. So you'll probably hear some of that in the background. There's really not much I can do to quiet them, which is fine. Kids on Christmas break, they're just having a blast. All right, so the only thing that has come out of my checking account since I checked it on Friday was a student loan, the federal student loan payment that came out. So that is a debt. So there's that. And then we did a lot of cash spending over the weekend, which is our norm. So we have Costco, which is groceries. We have Walmart, which is groceries. I was able to buy a couple of pair of shoes. Here is MSL Access. Oh, this was a gift for somebody. This is a grocery purchase from Lowe's, and this is another grocery purchase from Walmart. So I'm gonna write all of this down, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now let's see how much $1 bills we have that we're pulling. And now here's my dog in the background. Yay for Christmas break. Okay, let's see how many ones we're gonna put into our $1 challenge binder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, $8. I'll just throw in here for when I do my savings challenge video, which I'm actually going to be filming next because it's going to go up tomorrow. Look at that stack of ones to go inside my savings binder. That's awesome. Okay, and let's get these highlighted. So there's savings, groceries, 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 event. And then even though the shoe encore purchase was shoes for me and my husband, I just decided to put it under my category. When I start tracking expenses next month or in the next pay cycle, because that will be the first pay cycle of 2025, I will I probably won't write down my purchases on camera anymore. When it comes to the cash ones, I'll just go through the receipts a little bit more carefully and put them in the categories they need to go into. All right, so that is it for today. Oh, and here is all the change. And I have a Walmart gift card in here. Here's all the change, but my change jar is completely full, and I don't know if you can see that. So this change jar is gonna go with me to the bank on Friday after payday, and we're gonna put that all in the bank, get it cashed out, and then put in this lovely thing right here. This is what we've been using to save for some house projects. So it's just our little way of saving up for that when we don't really have another way to do that. So anyway, that's it for Monday morning's budget routine, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hello, fellow budgeters. Happy Wednesday and Happy New Year. Happy 2025. I can't believe we're here. Yesterday we just kind of hung out with our kids. We got out of the house, which is something we haven't done over the past few days. We walked around in downtown, and we went to a couple of stores. I'm looking for a porch goose. So we went to a couple of stores looking for one of those. If you know what those are, if you don't, you need to Google it. They're the cutest things. So I'm looking for a porch goose. We went to a couple of stores trying to find one. We couldn't find one. And then the kids decided they wanted to try to stay up until midnight. And my 5-year-old made it until 11:15, and then he asked to go to bed. And my oldest, he's 8, and he stayed up. And this was the first year he stayed up till midnight. So we had some sparkling cider, some Martinelli sparkling cider, and then we watched New Year's Rockin' Eve. And I was very excited to see the Jonas Brothers perform. They're like my favorite. So I didn't film yesterday because we were just busy. So here we are today. It's the new year, or January 1st, 2025. And we have just a couple of things that need to came in through the checking account. Excuse me. I had to purchase a couple of things from the Dollar Tree for a lesson that I taught in church on Sunday. So I'm categorizing that as tithes because I could submit a receipt and ask my church to reimburse me for $11.74, but I'm not going to because it's $11. So I'm just going to categorize that as giving to my church. We had a grocery, my husband had to pay with a debit card for some groceries because he couldn't get my cash envelope to open. We were using this one. This is like, just an A5 zipper notebook, and then the zipper came off of it, and then he couldn't get it open. So I have change in there right now because it was all overflowing out of my mason jar that we will take to the bank on Friday. We had to buy gas for one of the vehicles. Excuse me. Apple TV came out and Spotify came out. Only one Apple TV charge came out, so I'm assuming that the MLS package moment is over. So that's what I'm hoping for, at least. That way we can save, $10-15 for the next couple of months, or just not save, I guess, but just not pay it out. I don't know, whatever. And then we had our last debt payment come out for Ashley Furniture for $45. So the other kind of not weird thing, but my husband's work went from being paid on the 15th and the last day of the month to, in August, they switched to a bi-weekly pay period schedule. And I don't understand all of it, and the emails that my husband received weren't really clear, but it sounded like they not gave us an extra paycheck, but they wanted to make sure everybody got paid what they should get paid throughout the year. And because they did that switch throughout the year, they were going to be short. Everybody's going to be short. So they paid out another full paycheck. And that is sitting in our income account right now. And I knew that was coming, but I didn't know what to expect. And so, I've asked my husband if they are changing their pay schedules for next year, because that means, we're also, according to his pay schedule, he should be getting paid also on the 3rd. So, right now that money is just going to sit in our account, and we're not going to do anything with it because I don't know what's going on moving forward. I don't know if he's, and the emails that he's received have not been clear. So he says, with all the discussions that they've been having, that it is almost an extra, not extra, but kind of, because we should be getting paid again on Friday. So we'll see. If that happens, maybe we can set some money aside for zoo camp that my kids want to go to this summer, or also pay off a little bit of debt, which would be really cool. So we'll see. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you had a really happy new year, and I will be back on tomorrow. And unfortunately, tomorrow I have to go back to work. I'm super sad about that. But anyway, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's payday, and I am back at work today. And so is my husband. But the kids are still home. So let's see. It's going to be an interesting day. They're actually going to go to a movie with their grandpa in a couple of hours, and then I have to take them to the dentist. So I feel really bad for the dental hygienist who's going to have to clean their teeth after they go to the movies when they get popcorn and gummies. But that's the way it is, unfortunately. All right, so here's what I had going on in my checking account. I crossed this out because I don't want to count it. We had to deposit $15 more into our bank account because we used some money from our bank, or from our debit card, and we wanted to put the cash in the bank to kind of offset that. My pay that I usually move in on January, for my side hustle, I moved it into the bank account a little early because I was looking at, I thought that my car payment comes out on the 5th, but last month it came out on the 2nd, and I wanted to make sure I had some money in the bank to, in case the balance did come out on the 2nd, or the payment. Sorry, I don't have brain power today, which is not going to make work fun. So anyway, I moved the side hustle money in there earlier than I wanted to. I wanted to wait until tomorrow so that it could be fresh in the pay cycle period in which I had counted it for, but that's all right. I checked my bank account this morning and I did not see the car payment come out. So, obviously, because it's not written here. So at least it's in the bank, and I don't have to worry about moving that over tomorrow. All right, so then we had a grocery, I had to pick up a couple of things from Walmart. Honestly, I don't remember what that was. It was probably sparkling cider for New Year's Eve. And then my, this is a household purchase. This is the every 6 months, and I always forget about it, so I need to start a little bit of a small envelope or something for it. Every 6 months I get a water filter delivered to my house from Whirlpool for my refrigerator. So, which I have never had like a water spigot, a water thing in my refrigerator before. Like, we kind of grew up, we never had one of those as we grew up, and this is the first time I've had one. And I was a little surprised to find out that they needed water filters, which is so silly because, like, why wouldn't they need a water filter? Anyway, it was a shock to me when I moved into this house and bought that refrigerator. Anyway, that's it for today. Isn't it fun, the things you learn when you're a homeowner in your 30s? You're like, I feel like this is something I should have known, and I didn't. So, oh well. That's that. All right, I hope you have a really great Thursday. Tomorrow is payday. Tomorrow is Friday. Today is my first day back after over a week off. So yay for me. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's payday. Yay. And it's the last Friday before my kids go back to school, and one of them is very testing my patience today. So if he comes in here and starts acting a fool, my apologies if this part of the video gets very choppy. All right, we are in a new tracking period, and so we're in our new budget by paycheck workbook, the small version. I'll be honest, it's going to be an adjustment for me to be in the smaller version, but it just fits better on my desk. There's just not a lot of room to write, and that's okay. So we'll see if I like this one this year before I move back to the other one. Anyway, here's what happened. A couple days ago, I deposited $100 into our expense account from our income account, just in case the car payment came through before payday. It did not come through before payday, which was great. So the amount of money that I was going to need to put into our account like today for payday was just $100 less. So that's fine. Excuse me. So then on New Year's Day, okay, so even though I have spent, or this money was spent before, before the 3rd, but it didn't clear until the 3rd. So that's why I'm counting it in this tracking period, so that I'm not waiting days and days and days to close out my budget. So sorry, excuse me, it's too early in the morning. So anyway, I got some groceries from Walmart. That was, my kid wanted some more sparkling cider. We had some on New Year's Eve and he loved it. So he wanted some the next day. So we went and bought some more. And then we also, my husband and I wanted coffee. And there's 2 purchases at this coffee place because it was such a cute little coffee place. But it was really interesting. And my husband just saw their specialty menu. He didn't see like their actual menu. So at first he didn't want anything because he didn't want a specialty drink. And then he was like, oh, there's the real menu. So that's why there's 2 purchases from there. And then we also went to one of the best pizza places in town on New Year's Eve. And then this is the monthly Nintendo fee for my kid. He does chores to earn that every month. So that's where we're at, excuse me, for January, the first day of our budget cycle. Now I'm going to go to the bank today. I have a meeting at 10. So then I'll probably take my lunch break shortly after that and go to the bank and get all the cash I need so that I can film my cash stuffing video. But since we're at the beginning of a pay cycle, that means we're at the end of another. So let's go through, this is my old, this is last year's. Let me make sure we're in frame still. Okay. All right. So let's go over like what each thing was. I messed up over here, so I just crossed things out. I am sorry, but here's all the bills. Everything came out except for this Apple TV right here. And that I think is the MLS package, and the MLS is out of season right now, so we're not paying that. But I'm going to keep it in my budget for the next couple of months just so I can expect it for whenever it starts again, because this is like one of the few things my husband asks for, is so that he can watch that. So I'm gonna let him have it. All right, so down here for groceries, we budgeted $600 and we spent $537.45. My husband gets $20 cash, and then he used some from our debit, or from our, debit. And so he actually spent $59.53. The pest control, haircuts, school and scouts, that's all from the cash envelopes. For gas, this pay period, we budgeted $200 and we only spent $77.36. Health, I did not budget anything, but we spent $25.33. I did not budget anything for fun, but we spent $67.85. Kids, nothing. Myself, I bought some shoes, and so I had $137.60. Nothing for pets. Hi.
Is it 9 yet?
You have 5 more minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna put Fortnite.
In 5 minutes.
Okay. Are you making a video?
I am. Yep.
They heard me.
They sure did. Okay. Sorry about that. So now let's see for takeout, we budgeted nothing. We spent $64. Event, that is the Charlotte Football Club tickets my husband bought on super sale. Tithes was $11.74 on top of the tithes that we give every month anyway. And then our household was the, what is it called? The filter for the refrigerator. Yes, baby.
While Daddy's gone, can I play Overwatch?
No, you may not.
Okay.
So in our category spending for like this part of things, we spent $502.23. Then for our savings, we have our regular 52 envelopes, which was $53, the $10 for minis, and then out of our cash spending, we saved $80. So after everything is said and done, from our income to our bills to our cash envelopes to our category spending, we were expected to have $3,615 left over, and we actually had $3,521 left over. So I know it's a lot of money. So we're sitting pretty good. So since today is payday, I looked at our accounts, obviously, and my husband did not get paid today. So it seems to me that they did change up the pay period schedule. So thankfully, I have, oh, what am I thinking?
How do you turn this on?
There's an on button right here. Thankfully, we have the income account, so I can make our pay periods and our paydays whenever. It doesn't matter when the checks come in. So I might play around a little bit and see, like, okay, do I want to budget every week, or do I still want to keep it the every other week and just let that money sit in the income account until we need it?
Right. Cross.
So I think that's probably what I'm gonna do. Hold on, baby. I'm almost done, babe. I think I'm gonna leave it in the income account and keep my paydays and pay cycles the same. Yeah. So, but it's always fun to play around with numbers and budgets. So we'll see. But anyway, I hope that you all have a really fantastic week. Comment down below and let me know two things. Let me know what your favorite thing of this week was, and then let me know what you're doing.
Christmas.
No, Christmas was 2 weeks ago.
No.
And then let me know what you plan on doing this weekend. We are going to go to see one of our good friends who just moved to a different neighborhood.
Can I tell them?
No, you cannot tell him his name. All right, everybody, I hope that you have a really fantastic day, and we'll see you on Tuesday with our cash stuffing video. Bye!